Gentlemen, to DRC. This is season 4, and we are here on round number 7, and we are live on this fine Saturday evening for what should be another cracking Grand Prix. It came up as a 3-lap race just for me there, but we are live, and I do have somebody new joining me in the commentary box today. If you'd like to introduce yourself, you may know him from the pre-race show, which we just broadcasted. If you haven't watched it, make sure to go check it out with exclusive interviews from Karem and Dart FIFA. And now I'll leave you to introduce yourself.
Thank you very much, Ethan. My name is Kostas. For those who don't know me, I'm Landnorse for Instagram, and I'm returning to DRC after a long while. Gonna be commentating here with my good friend Ivan, and let's hope for a really good Grand Prix. And we've already got cars coming out of the pits. We've got Lorenzo and Jarno already coming out of the pits on the medium tires. Oh, that Toro Rosso, I was about to call it AlphaTauri, but the Toro Rosso almost hit him, and we've got many cars out. Jarno has started the outlap. So has STNL, Lorenzo and Levy. I'm gonna be focusing. Killers is also out. Will he sprint it today? That's the question.
Well, there's the rain forecasted because we have a lot of early cars out on track. 16 minutes 40 seconds to go in qualifying here, and we can see the majority of the pack coming out, with the exclusion of Danny Headcamper, Dimitri, Many Things, I don't think I pronounced that right, Homer, who seemingly is eating, so he'll have to get ready. Keo's just coming out on the track now. Mimala1, Matthias and Rafa all still in the garage.
I think pole position will go to those a man who's on the soft tires, obviously. I don't think the medium guys, except if we put a cracking lapping pole, but mediums work quite well on this track. I have experienced it. The feeling is different, but it's up to the driver, and let's see how they perform. As the first person to start his lap,
it will be Lorenzo.
No, it won't be Lorenzo. It will be, I think, a Haas of SPDL.
It is, yes, it is SPDL, who is a reserve driver in this league, although he has raced here before. And that is the Mercedes of Lorenzo, I believe. Just slowing down a lap.
Because, alright, I'm gonna be going on board with Dart FIFA, because he's obviously, I want to check a lap with him, because he's obviously the powerhouse of this league. But a question on everyone's mind is, can anyone match Dart FIFA?
And we'll have to wait and see. It's probably just slowing down laps in Sector 3.
Slow down, and Torem as well. Van Raj has come into the pits again. So
he's obviously thinking of changing that tyre, or has some front wing damage of some sort. So we're gonna run on board with SVDL. Kostas, if you'd like. Kostas, if you'd like to talk us through SVDL's lap here, we're running on board with him now.
Into Cops, flat out. He's gonna go a little bit wide, some oversteer there. It's a red second set. No, he's gone off. His lap.
That's an invalid lap.
Cancelled. It's an invalidated. So I'm.
Yarno's off, and he's just about avoided the wall just after the hanger straight.
Dart FIFA is on the Maggots and Beckett complex, and he's about to get some slips in from Lorenzo, who's going slowly. Probably didn't get a good lap, but here he comes. That will improve his lap even more so. So he could be sitting on pole again. Let's see, but is Lorenzo gonna hold him up? He could hold him up there if Dart FIFA goes a little bit, he could get dirty air. Yes, there you go. That's a bit of a problem.
He's been held up as... And Dart FIFA still managed to go quicker.
1 second faster. I'm gonna go on board with Karem now.
Check Instagram.
Around the last corners. Check Instagram.
And Don has gone in second. He's in the Renault. We're calling him Don for this. And there's a lot of shenanigans happening. I know I say shenanigans. Karem
goes fastest.
Many things holding up Levy and Killers going very slowly.
He isn't really holding up Levy. I think he's getting slipstream. No, he holds him up. Like, no, that's definitely holding.
Keo's gone quicker. 126.7, and He's only gone quickest in
Meanwhile,
2 sectors
Iran is
there.
also doing a pretty good sector, I think. No, he's slowing down. He did do 107, but he's slowing down. He's gonna probably go into the pits already. Van Raj is on mediums now. Interesting. Who are you going on board with? Alright, I think... Well, let's look at the classification first. You got Kyo, Kerem, Darth FIFA, Donkey, Don, Levy, Killers, Lorenzo, who probably will do another lap.
Mimula definitely another lap.
Mimula definitely goes on another lap.
That's
Red Bull. That's pretty sluggish.
And if you just check the top 3, they're all who are two out of our 3 drivers, Kerem and Darth FIFA, who did feature in our pre-race show before this, and make sure to go check that out after you're finished with this race. Speaking of Kerem, has Kerem run out of fuel?
Mimula is close. Mimula is close. He's not 0.2 behind, but he's gone wide. But maybe that would use that to get a better exit. Mimula has really proven to be quite a midfield fighter, getting from P4 to P5 to P7.
Not having a season as he did last year, and of course he.
Oh, he spun! He spun it into the wall!
And that's a commentator curse there, Costas, I have to say. As Mimula has been consistent, he spins around and into the wall he goes. Not good from the Irishman, and he's definitely going to have to pit after what is a very slow.
Fuming. I wish there was team radio in this game, because I want to see the reactions.
I'm sure Mimula will be absolutely fuming after that mistake. He is trying to compete with a. He is trying to compete with a.
Oh.
I'm lucky. He is trying to compete with a very competitive. And Mimula has just said, "Screw you! Why curse me?" And yeah, Costas, I'm afraid you're gonna have to take the blame for that one. And as I was saying, he is taking. He is taking the
slow lap.
He is taking the battle to Danny Headcamper, who we all know is a very competitive teammate. And he will have to do a job and a half. Matthias has gone up in P5 with a 127.8. He is trying to keep up with the front runners, doing a very good job, especially winning driver of the day in Japan in that catastrophic safety car race, making 4 pit stops.
You should go on board with Dimitri, I think, because I think he's on a good lap. Let's see his first sector.
Here we go. What can Dimitri do in this first sector? Running in 12th, hasn't set a lap yet. He's gone purple.
He's gone purple.
He is an LAS F1 driver, so we know he's well used to competing to the majority of the pack here. Of course, that being an all Dutch Racing League, apart from
Levy slow him down. That's a problem. He's gone. Why is Levy going slowly? What is he trying to do? Oh, he's gone off the way. Thank God. He's going in 8th gear. A brave decision. I think normally he goes 7th gear for this complex for me. But let's see now. Can he get purple sector 2 as well? He's on hot lap mode. They are racing gates. Let's see. Sector 2, he's gone green, I think. And now we're on board with sector 3. Let's see. He takes a good run into this corner, but he's gone.
Check Instagram. And he's slowing down a slight bit. It's still going to be a good lap. Can he put the fight up to Kyo up at top? What can he do here? It's only good enough for P5 from the Haas or Rich Energy Haas F1 team. No longer Rich Energy, of course, but they were when this car was made. Darth FIFA's on a lap, or starting his lap, should I say. But he's going to be slowed down by somebody in Sector 1. It was, of course, Lorenzo Racer pulling over to let him through. Of course, the majority of our drivers very respectful of when people are on flying laps. We look to the low. Sorry.
I think the biggest disappointment for me, currently disqualifying, is the man I had predicted we get the podium, Danny Headcamper. I mean, he's in P11.
Not a good lap.
He's on the mediums, but like Van Raj is in P8.
But we do know Van Raj is our season 2 champion indeed here in DRC. had a driver swap with that of Mimula 1, sorry. Had a swap with that of Killers, and that swap then continued with Mimula 1 swapping Killers to have an all-Turkish Ferrari lineup.
And that as well. Darth was go purple. Darth was go purple.
And somebody's just improved, it's that of SVDL in the Haas. Both Haas cars having competitive showings here, with SVDL 5th, Dimitri 6th, and about
SVDL lap was really, how can I say this? It was a surprise for me. He's a reserve driver, but he definitely has the raw pace.
Yeah, and they're both doing...
Darth goes for P2.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Has somebody gone off here? No, just Van Rausch letting his old teammate of Killers through. Both Red Bull drivers last season.
Sorry. I'm not good at it.
If we look down to the lower pack, we have Rafa, who is in P17. Of course, our league admin, trying to set a good lap here in the Mercedes. Very competitive driver, as we know. Mainly known for his comebacks, and we also know that Mercedes are living up to their 2016 Mercedes role, with Rafa and Lorenzo both coming together on numerous occasions last season and this season, and I haven't did it in a while, however, but they want to keep that clean consistency.
So let's see now. He comes across the line now to start his lap. Let's stay on board with him, please, if you may.
We are on board with Rafa. Costas was like tucks through a lap here.
Alright, he's gone down into corner 3. That is a really tactical approach. He's following the racing line, gone a little bit too deep maybe there, but he's saving at the exit. So let's see now. He's currently really good terms, I think, with the sectors. Could be purple. Let's see. He's gone sector 1, 224. That's not purple. So he's gonna go through cops soon as he goes through the sweeping chicane, and now he's gonna go unleash the car on the little curved corner and then try to go through Cobbs, Maggots and Beckett's, obviously probably the most famous corners of Silverstone along with Abbey. Let's see, almost flat out, 270 kilometers per hour as he pulls up the throttle, now 7th gear, now 8th gear as he comes through Maggots and Beckett. Joe Martin has left the session.
And Matthias has gone up to 6th in the Toro Rosso, right back to Rafa's lap.
Let's see, 7th gear, unleashing the tops, purple sector 2, let's see, can he do it? Can Rafa get pole? Something he hasn't tasted in a long while, I think. Let's see. You're correct with that. So, round the last chicane, where Vettel hit Verstappen, and where Hamilton hit Massa. So, and here is where Leclerc and Verstappen had their battle, and he comes across the line.
Only 10th, very disappointing from the Polishman.
How did he destroy this lap so much?
That's really some investigating to do into that. But we did see Keogh has left the session, which means he's not going to be able to improve his lap, and it is only 4 tenths. Sorry, not even. Yes, no, it is 4 tenths off Darth FIFA. Homer is out on somebody's just improved. I've missed who it is, I believe.
SVDL is out as well. Top 3 are still in the pits. Keogh is gonna stay in the pits.
Van Raasch comes across, and just starting a lap. Yellow sector 3. Somebody's all on their own in there. It's a Toro Rosso, and it's Matthias Master running low on fuel, making sure he's getting back to the pits. Very sensible driving from Matthias, as we do know, as we have said today, he's a very sensible driver. Oh, and is he gonna make it? Oh, just about, because we do know the pit limiter will come on. He's just about made it into the pits there. That's very close driving from Matthias. 2 minutes 55 seconds to go. And speaking of running low on fuel, Don up on P4 in the Renault has run out of fuel and has stopped on track. He's back going again, and we do see Renaults having very bad luck, more so in real life.
I love seeing that Renault with the number 14 though.
Keogh is back.
He is back, so that stays good. He's gonna be in for the race.
And just back to our comments, Mimula1 currently sitting in P14, who has just asked us why is his car more unstable than the 2019 Williams. Now we can't answer that just yet, but
maybe it's
let's see what can he get.
Driver along with the team.
Red Bull normally a fairly consistent car, but we'll have to see Ken Mila, who is back out on track, improve it. Keo is gone again. So probably internet troubles by the looks of that, because Keo normally doesn't leave this much, as we do just see the car of Rafa coming back out on the track. Dark FIFA is back out on track, who is fairly confident for this race, as we did see in our pre-race show with Costas. He is looking to continue his streak, 7 races in a row. Not an easy thing to do. Can the McLaren of Keo
doesn't rejoin, then I think Dark FIFA will win again.
Can Keo get back in the session in time? It's not about beating Keo, and it is Keo's internet, I believe. Or it's somebody's internet. Yes, it is Keo's internet. He is in the comments of the stream, which means it is probably working, but we do hope he gets back into this race so we can have one heck of a show. And there's a Haas going very, very slowly. In the second sector, Killers has made a mistake. Has there been a coming together with Killers and Dimitri? I'm not sure what's happened there, but Killers definitely making a...
Killers go on no, Killers did not make a mistake. He's on his outlap. So he probably just did a Lewis Hamilton, going a little bit wide to let others through. As you can see, it's a tactical approach, and here's his teammate as well, so he can give slipstream to Kerem.
Definitely some, let's call them Turkish tactics from the Ferrari drivers, both Turkish drivers, which I don't think we've ever seen in an F1 team, let alone a DRC team, an all Turkish lineup.
Let's see, Dark FIFA's on his lap though.
Dark FIFA on his lap, coming up into the second sector.
Slower, sector 1.
Not improving on that time of Keo Muerto, who we haven't seen join back in the section. 57 seconds to go. Dark FIFA's nearly made a massive slide.
And that's not gonna help his lap time.
But what car control from the Belgian. That one caught me by surprise, let alone him. That's definitely not going to help, and puts the driving seat into that Turk of Kerem.
Yeah. Let's see, can he get purple sector 1? You've also got Killers, who's on a really good lap. You go on board with Kerem, I'll go on board with Killers.
Lorenzo has retired from the session, and could that cause a bit of drama in the second sector? We do see the Toro of Matthias Gamer coming up behind Lorenzo. 19 seconds to go. Here it's a Renault who's going to cross first.
Kerem has gone purple.
Kerem setting quick times in the absence of Keo.
Killers has also gone purple. Incredible. Can this be a Ferrari 1-2?
Battle for pole position. Ferrari, we know they're quick. Really taking the fight to Keo and Dark FIFA. Can they end the streak? We're on board with Kerem. Yellow flag, sector 2 and 3. Dark FIFA has retired from the session. The ball is in Kerem's court.
There's a slow Williams.
Purple sector 2 from Kerem Ironvest, and I've pronounced that wrong.
And purple for Killers.
The Ferrari's having a real go for this pole position.
Let's see.
Kerem crossing first. Can he get pole position here? We're on board. It's through the second last turn. Through the last turn, it's Kerem. What can he do? It's pole position.
It's pole position for Kerem. Let's see now.
Killers.
He's he spun it. He spun
Kerem Ironvest is on pole position. Unless Don can improve. We haven't been paying attention with the Turkish tactics.
Let's see, he's improved by 2 tenths, but no, it's not purple, it's green.
Not gonna be purple, not gonna be an improvement.
But let's see. He's on just if he gets one.
Oh, it's pole position!
He's gone pole! Oh,
and we have ruled him off way too early. Don has only gone and put the Renault on pole position. As Costas noted, he loved seeing he's loved seeing the 14 on the side of that Renault because of Fernando Alonso. Don has gone and done a Fernando Alonso, which we've seen here in 2017 in Q1, and he's gone put it on pole position.
So let's see every driver and
that
like,
is something
for
else.
to get in the pits, and that was an incredible lap. I think we can see Rafa and Killer definitely make up positions in the races.
That is.
Head camper is good. FIFA is obviously the main favorite. If Kyo rejoins, it will be interesting. And Karam and Donkey seem like the main favorites. Oh, Kyrgios has hit the back of his teammate, and he's lost his wing.
It is only
now. Look at this. Here's a Ferrari stopped on track. Killer's like
the session's over. AI, they're not actually driving.
His AI crashed into the back of the Ferrari. I saw it. It was funny.
Now, here is your grid for the British Grand Prix. A shock pole position for Don in the Renault. Gets him on pole. The Turk of Karem in P2 in the Ferrari. Keo in third. Can we see him come back into the race? Darthy for fourth. SVDL 5th, Danny Headcamper 6th, Matthias 7th, Rafa 8th, Dimitri 9th, Killers in 10th after setting 2 good purple sectors, Lorenzo 11th, Levy in 12th, Van Rij 13th, Mimla 14th in a Red Bull that handles like a truck, Manny Thinks 15th, Homer 16th, and Yarno in P17.
That's it, let's move on to the race. It's gonna be epic. I hope there is rain on it, because rain definitely spices the things up. In DRC and in real F1.
0.072 the gap up the top between Don and Karem. And it is a very, very dry race in Britain, something you don't see often in Britain and Ireland. As we go to head to the formation lap for what could be the end of Darth FIFA's streak. He's not showing that good pace.
Oh, Keo, he says our internet in the chat, so I don't think Keo will rejoin.
Keo did say that a good while ago. He said that before we had that end of quali drama. If we can get some action like that in this race, I don't think we'd be complaining.
Keo isn't racing, so
on the formation lap. In first position, starting on his DRC debut, we have Don in the Renault. Second place, Karem, after he had started in second in Japan. We all know what happened there. Dart FIFA in... Keo is not in this race. Keo Marteau is not in this race, as Dart FIFA will start fourth. Third, he will start third.
Homer is stuck, like his car isn't moving.
SVDL in 5th in the Haas with some good pace again on his DRC debut. Don is called Jess, we've just been told. We're going to call him Don for this one. Danny Headcamper starting 5th, it does say 6th, that will readjust because of the absence of Keo Marteau. And I know I'm pronouncing his surname wrong. Matty is starting 7th in the Toro Rosso after the absence in Hungary. A magical race for him in Japan, even though not getting that good of a result. Rafa in 8th, the comeback king. Gonna see a big comeback from this man around Silverstone. Dimitri 9th, showed some good pace early on in qualifying, I have to say. But he is not high up in the order. And speaking of good pace, Killer's down in P10 after setting 2 purple sectors. Lorenzo in 11th. Last year's winner here, he's nearly hit Killers. Levy in 12th on his DRC debut. Van Rij in 13th, first race in the Alfa Romeo. Mimla won 14th. Many Things 15th. 2 Williams is at the back. Where have you seen that before? And I've noticed we are missing Tentun Stelling, who was in the lobby. Possibly.
Yeah, but he can't. He has some issues right now, and he can't join. Not the internet. But like, you get what I mean. I can't, I don't know how to say it, but you get what I mean. So the cars are lining up. The pack is ready.
Here we go. Unleashed. We're ready to start. Round number 7.
It's 1. Oh no, the red lights aren't focusing for me. What?
The red lights aren't on yet. Here we go. 1 red light, 2 red lights, 3 4 red lights, 5 red lights.
5 red lights.
We go racing
Lights
in
out,
Britain.
away we go.
And you've stolen my line. We go racing in Britain. Don gets a bad start. Karem straight up behind him. Round we go. Look for collisions. And there is definitely one. It is Killers involved.
Killers
and Karem's taking the lead. Many things is out. Matthias up to 4th. Penalties left, right and centre. Virtual safety car.
Doing VSC deployed. Can someone maybe go into the pits for... No, let's do...
very early.
Karem has taken the lead.
Karem took the lead on turn 2.
And forgot about Karem. We have been focusing way too much on the collision. So let's see. That's fucked up the race for...
Costas, we're live.
Yeah, sorry. That's destroyed Homer's race and Levy's race. And
Homer was at the back.
Race.
Homer was already at the back, and we go racing again. Karem's got a flyer, and Dart FIFA's on the back of.
Oh, he's gone off the grass. He's gone on the grass. But no, he still stays ahead.
Not doesn't affect him. Matthias up to 4th after a flyer off the line. But we focus on Dart FIFA versus Don, who really is called Jess, seemingly. Purple sectors from Dart FIFA.
Don is also on the back of Karem, but let's see now, Dart FIFA.
What can Dart FIFA do? We know he's quick, we know he can win. But what can Don do, who is seemingly quicker than Dart FIFA, as we've seen by recent quali results. Very recent quali results.
Let's see. He's also catching up to Karem. I have to know. Karem sets fast lap.
Well, it's lap 1. We move back down the pack and Levy making moves on Killers. Look, Rafa's on the back of Danny Headcamper. Can he make a move into turn number 3? Looks for it. Doesn't make the move. Thinks better of it. Danny Headcamper, we know, is a very good driver after battling for the win. Keo is saying in the stream, luck is never on his side. Very, very unfortunate from Keo Mato, who seemingly, I'm pronouncing that right, according to a fellow Dutch, as Rafa looks to make a move. Killers has dropped down. He is in the pits. Some damage for Killers.
I have to note that Donkey's at the purple first sector, and he's already on the back of Karem, and has increased the gap with our FIFA.
So that's good. That's good from the Renault man. Really, really looking strong so far in this race. Can he slipstream down the hangar straight on our race leader Karem in the Ferrari?
Let's see, 0.5 behind. That's slipstream gap. In that slipstream is really powerful in this game. He's moved it into rich mix, I think. I have this disabled for some reason. And
there's a yellow flag in sector 2.
Who is it? I think
it is that of Levy, who has spun.
That's bad for him.
And if you're wondering why he is in P11, that is because everyone else has pitted. We go back. Oh, Lorenzo. Rafa's made a move on Lorenzo. SVDL and Lorenzo battling. Dart FIFA sets the fastest lap.
And let's see now. You've got Dart FIFA on the back of Donkey now. The top 3 are really close to each other.
Here comes Dart FIFA. What can he do?
Look on him. Switch back around maybe. Let's see. He's on 0 ERS right now. He's gone up to 3, 4. Alright, but Donkey's gaining on...
Not close enough, but Karem is in sight for the 3rd place man. Matthias already losing out to Dart FIFA in that tower. So, we're battle for 1st position between Karem, Donkey and Dart FIFA.
SDNL tried to have a move on Lorenzo as well.
SVG, Rafa has jumped both of them, just a note.
And Lorenzo as well.
And another thing to note is Van Raj and Mimula 1 both started on the medium compound tyre. Dimitri is on the hards. And Homer, I believe, is out of this Grand Prix.
Yeah,
Dart FIFA, gonna get the slipstream on Donkey. Donkey runs slightly wide. Here we go, down the hangar straight.
Tries to break the tow, but he's also getting tow from the Ferrari up ahead.
DRS on that of the Renault. Dart FIFA can't get close enough, but he keeps at this pace. We're most definitely gonna see yellow flag. It's that of Mimula 1,
and he's
this front wing all over.
And Levy also has lost all his front wing.
Lorenzo has tried to go into the pits, and he's just cut across.
And Lorenzo, Rafa, SDNL, and Headcamper have pitted and have only got 5-second penalties because of
speeding under safety car. We're under safety car.
Oh my god!
I think that's of Mimla 1. All I see was Lorenzo cutting across, doing a Lewis Hamilton, and everybody's got penalties if you like to double...
Rafa's fitted on the mediums. Can he go to the end of the race? No, oh, not the mediums, the hards. I'm sorry, I'm confused. I'm with the 2018 tire rule.
And if you could just check the race director there, we've had an awful lot of penalties being handed out on that lap. I think it was the collision between Mimla 1 and Levy which cost this safety car. But now, this is going to play into the hands of people like Killers and Dimitri. Well, Dimitri's pitting again. Killers is real... I know this might be a bit of a stretch, but Killers has pitted... Sorry, not Killers. Danny Headcamper is our first of our pitters.
No, it's Raf as well and SDNL.
But Danny Headcamper's ahead of them.
Ah, alright. I see what you mean. I get your point.
Danny Headcamper, because of course, Karem, Donkey, Dart FIFA, Matthias, Lorenzo and Van Raj will all... Not Van Raj. Yes, Van Raj. Will all have to pit.
That could play into the hands of Headcamper really well. Same about Rafa and Levy as well. I don't think they can do a one-stop, I think. I've done like 22...
Rafa's got a penalty.
Oh, that's gonna hurt him a lot.
And if there is any drivers watching during the safety car period, preferably Mimla 1, if you'd like to tell us what happened, we would love to hear, because we have both completely missed that safety car.
And someone has jumped into the pits. It's Dart FIFA is pitting.
And that's a good call from the Belgian, as Karem and Donkey do not pit. And the safety car is coming in the next lap. Dart FIFA has made what would be known as a tactical masterstroke.
But he's behind Rafa, SDVL. Let's see if he's behind Levy though. He's gonna come out of the pits now as Levy goes ahead. I think he's gonna stay ahead of him. Let's see.
Lorenzo up to fourth. If you do, go on to Delta Racing Community.
And Killers also goes ahead. Dart FIFA is the last of the pitters and he's on the mediums.
Mimla 1 has just said he lost the rear and Levy drove into him. And, ladies and gentlemen, you may not believe it, but if you do check the Delta Racing Community post, I said Lorenzo was on for a podium here today. Van Raj has been given a penalty for collision with Headcamper. What's happened to Headcamper? He's behind Van Raj.
Has he got damage? No, he doesn't.
I'm not sure what's happened there. Karem's nearly hit Donkey under safety car. That would have been, I think, Ericsson hit us moment. I think, what he does say the nickname, I think Caramel hit us. Don't ask me why, but he called himself DRC Caramel.
Everyone is bunched up, everyone is close, and that's gonna let a real chance to Homer, one of the pitters, also to catch up. We said his race was over, but Dimitri and Homer are gonna come back into this race. Everything is on play right there, and that's the magic of F1. You never know what's gonna happen.
Anything could happen is right, as Karem. We don't know if the safety car is gonna go in this lap. All the debris seems to be cleared from that collision between Mimla 1 and Levy. Will the safety car, will we get coming in this lap?
No, I don't think so, but let's...
I think it's a bit late at this point. We're going to get one lap under safety car, and we will get another. We go racing. Will Karem ditch into the pits? No, he won't. He stays out.
Why would he pit? It will be a catastrophic decision, I think.
And somebody has pitted. It's not of Dimitri.
Let's see. Dimitri has gone to the pits. Like, most have gone into the pits except the medium tire run. The top 5 haven't gone into the pits. Everyone else has. Now, if Karem can extend that gap, then
which he really needs to do.
He's almost hit the safety car.
He's hit the safety car multiple times. And we're gonna get another "we go racing" moment, or as it sounded at the start, "we go racing, it's lights out and away we go." That could be a new slogan and a half, couldn't it? Stick that on a t-shirt. But
Dimitri has already made 2 pit stops.
Dimitri's made 3 pit stops.
No, he started on the softs and then went on the hards and mediums.
If you go on to the stops detail, any viewers watching could see, it says 3. That's probably...
Oh, yeah, he made 3. He made 3, oh.
It's probably laggy F1 2019, though. I really do trust your facts, Bedouin. And there's a lot of penalties happening, I see. If you could check that on the race director. Matthias and Lorenzo having a bit of scrap under the safety car. Not a clever idea.
Talking about penalties, I think most of them are served, because as you can see here, in the incidents, Homer had a 5-second penalty, which he came into the pit, so he served it. Levy also had one, Kyrgios also had one, so these are served. Mimula went to the pits. Head Camper and Rafa haven't served the penalties because it was speed.
That's not good for Danny Head Camper, and who's really in the driving seat. Does Van Raj have a penalty?
No, I don't think so. Mimula
Rafa definitely has a penalty.
Mimula, Rafa and Head Camper have penalties.
Safety car in this lap.
Safety car in this lap, let's go.
I'm sorry to cut you off there, Costas, but we're getting back to racing between Karem, Donkey, Matthias, Lorenzo. I'm not naming everyone on the grid, that would take way too long.
Karem, Donkey, Matthias, Lorenzo, Van Raj, Head Camper, Rafa, SDN, SDVL, Levy, Killers, Darfifa, Mimula, Homer, and Dimitri.
And this is why we hired Costas. Here we go. Karem weaving the tires. He gets the control.
They touched! They touched!
Oh, collision! Donkey's out. No, he's not out,
Donkey's
but
got damage.
Karem goes again. Oh, Levy's out. Here we go racing again in Britain. Karem has it all his own way now.
Head Camper has also... Head Camper, I think, has
What's
also...
happened there?
Is out. And Homer
Matthias and Karem get away. Donkey... Donkey has run wide. Dart FIFA's already up to 5th, and we're cutting over each other, which is exactly what every driver's doing. Crashing into each other. Killers has run wide.
One needs to have the pace now. Dart FIFA is already up into 4th. He just avoided all the chaos.
Karem and Matthias and Lorenzo and Dart. No, they're all here. Van Rij sends one down. Donkey.
Van Rij tries to Donkey has that damage. I think Karem brake tested him, if I'm honest.
We really need... I believe Karem might have... We're going to have to wait till after the GP to... Or I believe Karem does too have a live stream himself. We might be able to go on and check to see.
And so many people have gotten penalties. I mean, Donkey, Van Rij got a penalty 5 seconds, collision with Head Camper. Donkey got a penalty 5 seconds with Karem. Killers got a penalty with SDVL. Rafa got another penalty, so he has 13 seconds penalties. SDVL has another
Karem does have a live stream, and we do have one of our commenters, Last Gaming, or LA,
Rafa has 18-second penalties. Oh my god.
But here we go back up to the front. Sorry to cut you over, Costas. Matthias gaining on Karem.
Let's see, can he do it?
And somebody has just said Karem's an idiot. I'm not saying who,
I think
but...
it's Donkey. I think it's Donkey, if I'm honest.
And somebody is going to check whether it was Karem who brake checked
there are some moves being
Donkey.
made. And that's Lorenzo and Van Rij. Look at
Dart FIFA on the back of Lorenzo.
Dart FIFA, no. Dart FIFA.
Here he goes. Sends one down the Wellington straight. Down the inside. Oh, he's touched. They've touched. Can Lorenzo keep it in?
Wide.
Oh, very close,
so close
indeed. Between Lorenzo and Dart FIFA. But they keep it clean. Dimitri on the back of Rafa. Mimula won up to 8th after causing that catastrophic safety car. Killers down to 11th. Homer is AI, but he will be able to get back in the race. Karem brake tested. We have reports from after racing.
Matthias has gone off and has lost 5/10, and Dart FIFA will now look to get him.
Head Camper getting past his teammate Mimula won. Karem did brake test Donkey Costas, as we do have a report, and if you do want to check that out for yourself, I believe he does have a live stream with the YouTube channel name the same as his gamertag. DRS enabled. Somebody's coming to the pits. It's Dimitri for his 4th stop of the day.
Wow.
Let's go back down the pack to some of the battles. Not much happening. as we are getting very spaced out after that safety car. We do need to watch, however. Should be a disqualification, says Last Gaming, or at f2.addict on Instagram.
I think it should be a 20-second time penalty, if I'm honest.
Definitely. I might want to review that one for myself, which is what I'm going to do here.
Let's see. Yeah, he brakes. He completely braked while he was into the back of him.
And of course, if you do want to check this out for yourself, just type in the same as his gamer tag, and it will be there. DRC Season 4, Round 7, Silverstone.
So Karem is currently leading, but he's under. Oh, he spun it! He's made a half spin.
Nearly, and Matthias is catching.
And Darfifa as well. It's close in the top. I think Darfifa will take this one, if I'm honest.
Darfifa is on for the streak, and he's on for the move on Matthias Gamer.
Matthias has touched the grass a little bit. Karem comes into the pits.
Karem comes into the pits.
And he has a 5-second penalty.
Here we go, we're going to watch it here. Did he brake test Don? I'm not sure whether he did or not. We're just going to wait and see. But we go back to the action. Matthias Gamer leading this Grand Prix as Darfifa's catching up.
Levy has left the session.
Not good.
Let's see
Levy.
Karem is going to come out.
Here we go. Karem brake tested Don. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Karem did brake test Don, and if you do not trust me, it is Karem Di Martes on YouTube. You can check that one out for yourself. But we go back to the action.
I'm gonna check some YouTube
on track.
comments.
Yellow flag sector 1. I believe that's Dimitri. It is Dimitri. He is around.
He's gonna make another stop, I think.
And could we get a world record?
And there goes Donkey on Dimitri. Easy move.
Could move from Donkey down the inside, but of course Dimitri has made a lot. And there's people retiring. Head camper's out. Danny Head camper's out. What's happened to Red Bull?
Let's look at the.
I've no idea, but if you go on board with Donkey, I'm sure it will come up. His car's still moving, so I can't see what happened there. Karem's down to 7th. Darfifa's got Pat Matthias. No, Matthias is in the pits.
Oh, I think he just hit the wall, maybe. Van Rys is in P3.
Lorenzo's pitting. Van Rys pitting.
Darfifa has currently made a master plan move. Rafa as well.
Darfifa.
Mimula could be on
the man who caused that safety car.
For his first ever DRC podium, ladies and gents.
Yes, Mimula has never got a podium, although he has been racing in the league for a season and a half. Although,
but let's see, can he get a podium? Van Rys will have to pit again, so that means that Mimula 1.
He could be on for a podium, but Karem is 2 seconds behind. But of course, penalties could count for Karem.
Oh, he's got a gearbox issue. Mimula's
got a gearbox issue. What's happened there? Oh, I think a bit of clunk. His gears definitely were doing something odd there. We'll have to watch.
See the car condition, so that's a problem.
And Danny Head Camper has just asked, what the F did they do? That was actually caused, Danny, by a brake test from Karem on Donkey. We go back to the battles. Our
Formula News page says, yeah, Karem brake tested, not a disqualified, but definitely a penalty. I think it should be at least like 20 seconds because
Karem is catching up to Mimula 1, however, but definitely Stuart Orr and Brady, and there is somebody else who I don't know, will definitely have to review that incident between Karem and Donkey. But speaking of incidents, and speaking of Karem, he's catching up to the Red Bull of Mimula 1. Mimula 1 can be a bit of a stalemate on the track.
Mimula 1 has got the good line, I think. So, about Karem, I think it could also be a disqualification because he ruined the races of Donkey, Dimitri, Killers, Homer,
Danny Head Camper as well.
Yeah.
And SVDL,
So-
who had some good pace. Oh, down the inside goes Karem.
Down the inside he goes.
Mimola's still on
and
the
he's
outside.
ahead. Let's see. Will they touch? No, Mimola stays on, but Karem is ahead.
Here
He
we
has a
go,
better
Karem
exit,
is ahead.
and that ruins Mimola on stage. No, actually it doesn't, because Karem will most likely get a penalty.
And a lot of people do have penalties, which does include Mimola one, but there is a lot of penalties to be handed out here, and we have a usual face and a usual name at the top of the standings. Dark FIFA leading this Grand Prix, 12 laps out of 26 gone. It's been an action-packed race, and I think you'll all agree watching.
Should we invite some of the retired drivers to come have a chat with us to tell us what happened? I think
Definitely,
this would be a good one.
if we can get Danny Headcamper in here, I'm sure that
Let's
would
get
be...
Danny Headcamper in here. If you're
I'm sure
watching
he'd be
Danny
willing to have a
Headcamper-
chat and talk us through what happened. And he is watching the stream, I believe.
He is watching this. I think he is, but I don't know if he's willing. I'm gonna send him an invite personally, and let's see. Can he tell us what happened? It's alright. So just players. I'm currently not watching, but you can talk us through it. Alright, I'm back.
Yes, yes, you're here. He could he could talk us through what happened there. As definitely a lot happened.
Oh, and Homer's fun, and he's gonna probably get lapped by Dark FIFA.
And that goes from bad to worse for Homer at his home Grand Prix.
Was that is really bad. Matthias has also gone through Mimola. That man
Mimola-
is consistently on the move. Mimola is the Nico Hulkenberg of DRC.
He just can't score a podium.
Yeah.
That Red Bull, though, we have to remember Mimla, who was in this chat, that Red Bull is not at top of his game today. So we'll have to watch, can he get a better setup for next week? Rafa in P3 catching up on Van Raj in the Alfa Romeo. Van Raj will have to pit. I'm not sure about Rafa.
Rafa could go to the end.
He might go to the end.
I can't see any new messages in chat though, so that's a bit of a problem.
There has been a good few. I do have it open on the laptop beside me. Basically complaining about Karem.
Right.
And Danny Headcamper is going to be coming in, so he has got the invite.
Alright, let's stop him.
And we do have a bit of comedy coming from Last Gaming, a Formula News page at f2.addict on Instagram and Formula News page on Instagram. Oh, he brake tested the whole grid.
Correct.
Yes, of course.
So I can't hear
He
him.
should. He should be coming in a minute. We'll get him in and we'll see what he can talk us through what happened.
Oh, and that's a problem with the Renault of Donkey. He went a little bit off there. Rafa is on the back of Van Ras as well. So Van Ras has gone 16 laps on the medium compound. Interesting. So I think this could be a good time to make the switch. Headcamper has left the session.
And that isn't that great, Danny. But somebody said Evan noticed me. Hello, Slam Roy. We've no idea who you are, but good day to you, sir. We go back down the grid. Lorenzo is a gearbox issue now. Lorenzo's stuck in 7th gear.
What the?
Lorenzo's stuck in 7th gear.
No, he's okay now.
He can downshift, but I'm not sure if that's just my screen. Is that on yours?
I think he can't downshift. I see him downshifting. He's gonna be dodging shift.
Danny Headcamper's Wi-Fi is gone.
Ah, fuck.
Lorenzo's
Oh,
definitely.
he's Tentoon. Flamroy is Tentoon.
Yeah, it is Tentoon Stelling. Definitely didn't get to race today due to something wrong with the game. Matthias has been given a 3-second time penalty. That is really bothering me on Lorenzo's gearbox.
Yeah, let's see now. Can he?
He's catching up on Mimula 1, so.
Great. Let's see now, Mimula. Can he hold it? Let's see. Lorenzo's got DRS.
Costas, could you
The pass is inevitable.
Here he goes. Around the outside goes Lorenzo with his broken gearbox. Oh, but Mimula 1 sticks it in!
Oh.
And nearly a big collision between them two drivers. And if you could invite Danny Headcamper, he said he'll join. It's Formula News page saying Lorenzo is revving the hell out of that. He really is. I'm not sure whether it's something wrong with his car or... What is happening?
Let's watch from the point of... I think it's Matthias. Oh! What the f... I didn't say the word, but there was a Haas. There was definitely a Haas that plowed into the back of everyone. If you watch it from the onboard of the Toro Rosso of Levy. Look at this, there's oh my god, it was
oh, this is a video, by the way. Nobody can see this, but we will report that.
Oh my god, so there's a lot more happening. There's a lot more happening that we have.
A lot more happening that we don't see. And
no battles right now.
Yeah, but a lot happened. Who was on pole? It was Donkey on pole. He was on pole. Here is Danny Headcamper. Danny, you're live on the DRC YouTube channel.
I think it was like, it wasn't Mimula 1.
Costas.
Oh.
Danny, you are live. What happened?
Hello.
So, what happened at the safety car restart from your point of view?
That was the end.
Yeah, because from what we can see is that Karem actually brake tested Donkey and many other cars. Dimitri plowed into about 5 people. He's made 4 stops so far. And Danny, can you also check your party settings? Nobody can hear you. It's on voice, can't be shared.
Bra moment.
Nou, dan doen we alles opnieuw. Everything.
Well, Raz is catching up Donkey, and she's on fresh soft, so that's
Hoor je me nu? Do you hear me now on stream?
Oh no, we can hear you. Just, I'm sure they can. We'll get somebody to report that. But
and it's Homer.
We'll start again.
This race get any worse for Homer?
I really don't know. He's having an awful time. But we'll go back to Danny. Talk us through again what happened. because they can hear you now.
Retired.
I was waiting to get a good restart. I got hit from behind. I got spun around, lost control of the car, and yeah.
Me and Malone's out.
After that, I spun again
Crashed, I think.
many times, and I got the right wing, so I decided to retire. It's a shame I could win this because I was the first one from the guys who did stop. And, yeah.
And what happened between you and Van Raj at just in the safety car? I mean, it was Van Raj got ahead of you. You were in P5 and you dropped to P6.
Yeah, I saw she got the 5-second penalty, but I think it was my fault. I was just a bit sleeping and yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Danny, for joining us in the commentary box, and we wish you luck in the next Grand Prix.
No problem. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
Have a good stream.
Lorenzo's also pitting.
Lorenzo's into the pits as well as his teammate Rafa was. Van Raj at the back of Rafa.
Let's see, it's gonna be an interesting battle. They're both on fresh salts and they're both in the back of Donkey.
And Mimla one saying his car is so unstable that he couldn't stay for 2 seconds without going into Sebastian Vettel mode. We're gonna ignore that because he's clearly only saying that as you're a Sebastian Vettel fan.
Yeah, I know. I think this joke is a bit overused, to be honest, but let's move on.
We'll move on. That was Danny Headcamper, who you just heard with us, Red Bull driver, and both Red Bull drivers out. Dart Fever's in the pits, which means Karem.
Formula 1 will still...
Gotta be a battle for the pits between Karem and Dart FIFA. Here we go, who can get there? And Dimitri's off in Sector 2.
Let's see now. Dart Fever's coming out, but he's gonna
Here
press
comes
off
Karem!
Look at him!
Here we go, gonna be a bit of a battle.
Let's see. Yeah, Karem has gotten ahead.
Karem has taken position 1. Grab to the end here. Is the freak over for Dart FIFA?
Can Dart FIFA catch up into him? There's also
Matthias is also on the back of this pair.
Rafa is losing time. He chose the medium tires and not the soft ones.
He mightn't have any available after qualifying. And somebody says, someone crashed, we need a safety car. We don't need a safety car because we have a 3-way fight for the lead. And may you just notice, Donkey is in 4th. After what was an awful restart. He's in 4th now.
That was really good for him. I'm gonna look at the race director, see which people have penalties and which not.
And the three main we need to look at are Karem, Dart FIFA and Matthias, as these are the 3 battling for the lead. And remember that Karem might get a penalty due to that incident with Donkey at the safety car restart, which Danny Headcamper was just talking about with us in the commentary box.
Yeah, like, I don't see any penalties for... oh, Karem has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane.
Oh no. Which means...
Dart FIFA's gonna win.
Killers has set the quickest lap at the Ferrari, had some strong pace in qualifying.
Except if Dart FIFA has not got any penalties.
Dart FIFA has only got 1 penalty this season, and that was in Japan. Actually,
So-
Karem might have served that 5-second time penalty.
Possibly, but like, he's only picked once, right?
Yes.
So he hasn't served it.
Would they have not have served it when he was in the box?
He got it way too quickly because it was a speeding in the pit lane penalty, so you can't serve that penalty already, I know from experience.
Oh, okay, so Dart FIFA is basically leading this Grand Prix, and he is on the softer
But
tyres.
Can he get it on track? Can he get it on track now?
That's the main thing we're watching for Dart FIFA. We said Donkey
2.5
took
seconds,
pole
he's
Formula
closing
News
the
page.
gap. Van Razo always on the back of Rafa, but can't get quite this move done. Ah.
Danny Headcamper, was his English pretty good? It was actually very good. Gave us a good description of what happened at that safety car restart, which really confused us.
Maybe Laurent can do an interview now, he says in the chat. So if you want, you could invite him.
If we get Mimla1 to describe what happened at the safety car restart from his point of view, or we'll leave that till the end. We'll leave that till after the stream because we have a bit of a battle creating between Karem and Dart FIFA. Matthias has been given a time penalty.
So yeah, I think if Dart FIFA gets a penalty, then he hasn't had any extension warnings. So yeah, only if he spins or something, or if there's contact. Let's see. He's on fresh softs as well. Oh, that's a commentator's curse right there. That is a commentator's curse as he goes wide and loses half a second.
And if I'm not being mean here, but we could see a break in the streak from that commentator's curse. We've seen our brand-new co-commentator Costas curse Mimla1. Not to Mimla1's delight, but we can see... Can he do it again with Dart FIFA?
I don't want to do it again, I want the battle to happen.
As we drop down the order just for a second, we can see Van Raj and Rafa gonna have a bit of a scrap. They come round cops down into the Magnus Beckett's Chapel section. Van Raj gets the slipstream on Rafa. The two battling for the Season 2 championship. Not battling for the championship this year, but really having a good health scrap. The slipstream Van Raj gets, and round the outside, Van Raj is gonna go. Our only DRC female driver, would you believe, has made a move on the admin. Lorenzo has got another penalty, and I'm sure Rafa isn't going to be giving up on this one. We just pop back up to the front now. Dart FIFA is on the back of Karem.
1.4 second gap. Let's see, oh. And I thought he went too deep, but he actually took that corner perfectly. And Karem might have gone too deep there, but no, he lost some time though. Let's see. I think the fresh softs have started to wear out, but now through Magnus and Beckett, this will be the real test. Almost flat out in the F1 cars. Let's see, he's caught up a lot of time. Let's see, Magnus and Beckett now. Alright.
Here comes Dart FIFA.
Yeah, Dart FIFA has definitely caught up. Those fresh softs are doing the work.
0.7 the gap now. We're gonna stick with this one between the Turkish, and the Belgian. It sounds like a hare and the tortoise story, but trust me, it isn't. As Dart FIFA catches up to Karem.
Is there gonna be contact? That's my main issue right there. I hope it's a fair and clean battle. Look at this now. This is gonna be really close.
Here we go. Karem versus Dart FIFA. 3 laps to go, including this one, sorry. And we're gonna see a scrap for the win. We know Karem has a 5-second time penalty.
I think Karem has less downforce because he's faster on the straights. Or it could be that Ferrari engine.
Here he goes down the Wellington straight. Just can't get close enough there between Dart FIFA and Karem.
Let's see now. He follows his line. He needs to keep it going. Let's see. ERS mode on 3. Let's see. It's Marcus and Beckett. This is gonna be dangerous if they go side by side there.
Also, by the way, we're doing after-race interviews now. Here comes Dart FIFA through Maggots, round Beckett, and as they come into Chapel. That's Chapel. Here comes down the hanger straight we go, riding on board with Dart FIFA. Pulls to the left, very close. And Karem gets the move done.
Dart FIFA, you mean, gets the move done, but he's got off the track.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to say. Karem goes for the dive bomb! Oh, Karem's around!
And he spun!
Karem has crashed! He sent one down in Hungary, can't send it here. Matthias now on the back of Karem could make this interesting. The streak is still on.
I don't think Dart FIFA's gonna win again.
The streak is still on. But this time he's had to work for it. He's really had to work for this one.
Race. Killers is in the pits again.
Killers has the fastest lap currently, I believe. We can double check that if you'd like to check that on the race director for us, please, Costas.
Alright, I will.
That will be awesome. Oh, Rafa sent one on Van Raj! Just can't get that done.
I don't think Killers has a fast lap here. His fastest is 21. Maybe he has it, but it's not showing any purpose for it.
And just as you were saying that, Rafa's gone round the outside of Van Raj. Great move from the Polishman.
I'm just looking at all times because I think yeah, Killers has the fastest lap.
DRC for 3.6 seconds ahead of Karem now, after half a lap, and
of battles.
That's with Karem spinning, so not good from the Turkishman.
Actually, no, Killers doesn't have the fastest lap. The fastest lap is Dimitri's, because he has 1:29.0, while Killers has a 1:29.1.
And Mimula One's actually just pointed out something. Dart FIFA closed the door on Karem.
Karem is doing some really questionable driving, I think I have to say. So maybe he's on the verge of disqualification.
But that was Dart FIFA who closed the door. So, bit of a risky dive bomb from Karem. We're on the final lap here, and we do see Van Raj looking for a move on Rafa, although I don't think it will be happening.
It's just too far back. I'm pretty sure of that.
As we go on board with Dart FIFA,
as it comes into cops now,
who could win, and we're gonna do.
Let's stay on board with him.
And it's looking like we're gonna do top 3 interviews.
And it's Dimitri. He's run out of fuel or something. Is he trying to take Dart FIFA out? What's he doing? No, he just lets him through so he can just.
If he is trying to take Dart FIFA out, I think he would be banned from the league. This is gonna be a nightmare for Warren and the other stewards.
So
it is.
He comes around the last few
But
corners.
it doesn't matter, because here comes the Racing Point driver, the Belgian of Dart FIFA. The streak goes on. 8 wins out of 8. Dart FIFA wins in Britain. That includes pre-season. Karem in second. Matthias third.
Donkey's gonna be P4.
Donkey,
incredible recovery for him.
That's an amazing recovery from our pole sitter today in his first DRC race. Comes across the line, P4. Rafa versus Van Raj goes right out to the death. Rafa 5th. Van Raj 5th as Rafa gets a penalty.
Oh my. Killers just finishes and we're still waiting for Lorenzo, who has a fuel lighter coming on really fast.
And Lorenzo will be our last to finish.
P7. If he's not gonna crash. And he's not gonna crash.
And that is your results
for today's race.
And we will have the top 3 doing some interviews. Sorry, not the top 3. We will have Mimula One replacing Matthias. But if you could just invite them there, Costas, as here is your podium.
I don't have them at the friends list.
Thomas wins today. Dart FIFA wins today, sorry. 8 wins out of 8. We really have to get somebody to stop this man. He is invincible. Can he do an Arsenal and go the whole season without losing? It's going to be very tough for him.
Alright.
Here is your final results for DRC, if it would like to load. It is Dart FIFA who wins again today with a time of 42 minutes 26 seconds. Karem in second, but that might not stand after some very, very questionable moves under the safety car. Matthias in third in the Toro Rosso, another good showing from the Dutchman. Donkey fourth after being on pole with a good race from him. Van Raj fifth, Rafa sixth, Lorenzo seventh, Dimitri eighth, Killers ninth, and the non-finishers are Mimula One, Homer, Danny Headcamper, who we heard from in the commentary box, SVDL, Levy, and many things YT. We will have your podium sitters in a second. Karem's already here. Karem, please just say silent. Karem, please just stay silent for a minute. We will have your podium sitters. Sorry, we will have your 1 and 2 with the replacement of Mimla 1.
Just invite them now.
We have invited them, and they should be here any moment. But what do you think on that race, Costas? I believe that was very entertaining.
That was an incredible race, I think. It showed that anything can happen in Formula 1. I thought...
Darth FIFA, just stay quiet for a minute.
I thought Darth FIFA was gonna be down for when I saw that he didn't pit. But then he pitted and he was last of the pit runners. Like, Hit Camper was ahead, Rafa was ahead. But then all this happened. It was so unpredictable. It had some incredible battles, and especially that last one for the lead. It had drama
Brendan,
as well.
stay quiet. And now, we did have 2 out of these drivers in our pre-show. We have them here again. Darth FIFA, congratulations on your 8th win in a row in DRC. How do you feel after that one?
Yeah, I'm just sad because of the incident at the end. My opinion, I don't know, it's diving from far distance, but I can understand Karen's point in the party about that I maybe should have left space, but it came really unexpectedly. By the way, my engineer is just a stupid mom. He says my pit know that I will rejoin first, but I rejoined 3 seconds behind the leader. But after all, I'm really happy with the victory.
Yes, one of our drivers did one of our viewers, did actually say you closed the door. I couldn't really tell, but congratulations on that. Now, we are going to go to the man in question himself, Karem. A lot of conspiracies that you brake tested Donkey at that race restart. Can you talk us through that one?
Well, Khan, Killers, just said in the group chat that it was his fault. So he said he said I wasn't paying attention, and all of a sudden everybody stopped 250 meters before the corner. That's what he said. So I have nothing to say.
And that was
I will look at the clips.
But that was a good race from your point of view, trying another Karem Ricardo move on Thomas on that last corner. Didn't quite pull off here on this one. But congratulations on that. Matthias sadly couldn't be here today. Well, so we do go to the Red Bull driver who he didn't have the best of race. Mimela won. What happened in your perspective of that race? And what was your point of view on that safety car restart? So, Costas, any questions for the two of the drivers and one who you did interview before in this pre-race show? And of course, if you are anyone watching in the comments, please.
I have my questions
leave
to all the drivers. Well, of course, to Darth, how the main question is, but I asked this before, so I don't expect an answer. Can he completely stay invincible this season? That's my question, but I asked it before, so I don't expect an answer. Now to Mimula, I move on. Mimula, you had a pretty tough race, it would seem. Like, your car was spinning all around. He asked about the safety car restart, but like on the second thing, how did you retire?
Yeah, we actually missed that.
And you hit the wall?
A quote. I see a quote here that says, "Why is my car more unstable than the 2019 Williams?" Just talk us through that. How bad was that Red Bull today? And you also commented about you going Sebastian Vettel mode. We just ignored that one, and we're gonna ignore that one again. I think so. I believe that's all we have got time for today. And driver of the day, Costas, I'm gonna let you pick this one. And forget that three lads are in the party. Who was your driver of the day for round number 7?
Driver of the day for me, it is pretty tough to say,
Hey.
but I think I would give it to Dark FIFA because he made a pit stop masterclass. Some incredible.
We didn't hear that your microphone lagged. Who is driver of the day? Driver of the day for round number 7. That's all we've got time for. We thank you for watching here today with your me and Costas in the commentary box and all the DRC stream. Of course, results may vary.
Goodbye.
Once Oren and the rest of the stewards have a look at things, and goodbye.